right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on this stream, recorded stream on live YouTube. I see the chat room that's posted up in my Streamlabs desktop app. So I'm able to read the chat as I discuss this live. The reason why I need to do it like this is because the public needs to know what we are doing here. They don't have any idea. I appreciate that sound check there, Mind of a Creative. They have no idea what it is we are all doing here. They've heard of NFT. They've heard of art. They've heard of monkeys and apes and Justin Bieber and Soulja Boy. They've heard about Paris Hilton. They've heard about everybody coming to this space and making their rounds. But they don't understand what it is we do and how we do it. They don't understand the power for creatives worldwide. And that's why it matters for me to come on YouTube and record a public segment that could be replayed for anybody, anywhere. And so if you have friends, if you have family, if you have relatives, anybody that you know that is interested in what it is we are doing, I highly suggest, first of all, you share this right now. You create a custom tweet for me and you share this right now. And you post it on your Facebook and you post it everywhere you know, because what Freaks is going to be doing in 2023 is building the bridge of confusion. Do you understand that? I'm building the bridge from confusion to understanding. That's my job. Artists can focus on creating art. NFT creators can focus on creating NFT. Artists can focus on creating NFT plus art, which is different. It's different. I'm making it up. I'm the one making it up. Don't go around asking people what I'm telling you, because I'm a thought leader creating this view in a space that needs help. So that means that certain things you'll hear me say you won't hear around the community. You won't be able to find anywhere else. This is real alpha. Alpha means it's coming straight from the horse's mouth to you. What's up, Sam Blade, a.k.a. Shadow Walker? You got all kinds of nicknames. I like it, though. Thank you for joining me. Share this session. Share the replay. But I want to dive into NFT plus art. So, first of all, this goes down at NFT Freaks, twitter.com/NFT Freaks, instagram.com/NFT Freaks, facebook.com/NFT Freaks. That is where this activity goes down that I'm summarizing so that I can signal back to you for you to join me. And so I'm a sub-community out of the main community, and my name is NFT Freaks. But what I'm bringing to the table is 20 years of experience, with 13 of it every day for the last 13 years. Do you understand that? Exactly. You know how to do the art. Now you need to learn how to NFT. Exactly. And that's what a lot of artists here have. They have great art, but they have no NFT. Then a lot of NFT have great NFT, but they have no art. And so if you see what I've done, I'm trying to combine the two by taking on the journey with the reputation and the product, but I'll get into that. I want to discuss what it is we do. I want to discuss why you should be here. I want to discuss what I stand for. I'm a sub-community out of the main community, but we're so early that the explanations get lost and people get confused and a lot of money gets spent. You understand me? A lot of money gets spent on confused ideas, confused definitions, no sort of case studies to put your finger on that says, hey, this works, look how it happened. Hey, you can do this, check this out. There's no planning or forming of strategy behind people saying you should buy an NFT. Join Discord, buy an NFT. Follow this guy, it's a great project, join the NFT. But what is it? Let me tell you what I believe it is. It's the only thing that makes sense for me to bring back to my family and be able to do this so many hours a day, it's not even funny. What we are doing is we're packaging our digital hustle and activity because social media rules the world. And we are saying we can't sell you anything social media wise because everybody owns it. And so if you go and you want to test the NFT theory, just the NFT part, and you want to believe in it without me talking good, you want to believe in the NFT part, you want to sell yourself privately, whenever you do anything I tell you or anything in life that anybody tells you, you need to sell yourself first. It isn't because I talk good. It's because I talk good, you take that information back to your house and you sell yourself. Because if you can't sell yourself, you don't understand what you're doing here. You're going to get wrecked. You're going to get wrecked if everything you're doing is just waiting for Van to tell you the next signal. You know, like stock traders that tell you to sign up for $399 and they'll send you the signal. No. How the fuck is it working? That's what I'm here for. And so the NFT side, if you want to test it, even though I talk good, I want you to go to somebody you love or know and say, let me get your username and password to your social media. Try it out. Then we'll move up the ranks and we'll start going to popular people. And then we'll get to people like Kim Kardashian. We'll get to people like Kylie Jenner. We'll get to people like Snoop Dogg. We'll get to people who run powerful, free social networks. And we'll say, hey, bud, can I get your username and password? I'm at my chat. Are you following me right now? We're going to test the NFT side. And they say, oh, no. That's super valuable to me. Oh. Interesting. So your social media is valuable to you, yet you are sitting in a free platform. Why? Because social media is ruling the world. You know that people get murdered because other people log into social media and act like other people? You know, people get catfished because people do that. You know, people get their credit cards and their life savings. You know, a lot of things happen through social media. You know, the world is powered through the media that pumps through social media. These cancellations and riots and all these things, where do you think they all start from? Social media. They claim elections were swayed off the power of social media. People were suspended and expelled and went and created their own network so they could have a chance at a voice. Do you understand the power of free social media? That is NFT, but there's no way to package it. There's no way to give it to you. What are you going to get? What are you going to get that you own of mine that's going to make you feel valuable? So, if before you come to this space, if you are on Instagram and you build a huge following behind dogs, a huge following behind hair products, a huge following behind sexy women or sexy men, a huge following behind Hollywood, a huge following behind toxic views or articles or whatever the case, do you understand that there are massive pages making massive amounts of dough on social media by simply curating, summarizing, and building what? What are they doing? They're building a digital persona. That's right. Products understand that if Kim K takes this and posts it on her gram, boom. And because of that, it costs. But wait a minute, it's a free platform. You got it. So you're understanding this, right? Everybody in my chat understands the power of social media, which is free. Nobody gets paid for anything. You post for free images, videos. Yes, it's the craziest thing to understand. But in your lifetime, that's what happened. People are influencers and powerful people and personas on social media. That's NFT. Except now they do a social media plus, it's an equation, blockchain. Okay, but who cares? Blockchain, crypto, Bitcoin, Ether. I've heard all this, right? Social media, right? Blockchain, right? Okay. So maybe I get paid to post on my social media through crypto. Close. It's really close. But no, you can. But no, that's not what we're doing. We're saying this is a new world. We're saying You've never seen this, so it's going to be hard for you to understand what I'm about to tell you. We're saying that just like social media, before you knew that this stuff was going to be valuable for posting your lives for free, which is a fact, no matter if I talk good or not, it's a fact. It cost money for Kim K to post something for you, and you're not going to get her username and password. Why? Because of who she is. In the real world, right? Okay. Social media plus blockchain. But then what? What do? Are you selling your network? Maybe. How do you sell that? You can't. Are you selling your reach? Maybe. How do you sell that? You can't. How do you sell social media on the blockchain in 2022? Shall we start the clock? Okay. So artists who have been making art their whole life in museums and craft shows and flea markets, on Instagram, on Behance, on ArtStation, everywhere you go, hiring contracts, freelancers, artists, and art has never changed since the beginning of time. They've always been there. Musicians have always been there. But they have something that they can put on the blockchain to represent their social media. What is that called? It's called art. Okay, V. I get what you're saying a little bit. So somebody has art, and they've heard about how social media is valuable, and so now the blockchain could allow them to possibly package all that and put it on there to sell it. And then that would be your first post. Follow me. Follow me. It's new. Welcome. Share this chat with your one-of-one artists so we can whip ass in 2023. Share this chat with your family members so they can understand they're looking at somebody right in front of them already having traction. So they can join you now in the bear. Bear means the market is down. We're waiting for new players to enter. We're waiting for new believers to believe. And artists are sharpening their swords so they can come back and play NFT plus art. Now, when you get an artist who does great music, who does great audio, who does great 3D, 2D, pixel, who does these amazing cutscenes, because on the blockchain, you can store the value through crypto on an image, a video, or a GIF. Image, video, GIF, and audio. Image, video, GIF, and audio. Anybody who can make video, image, GIF, or audio is allowed to join the world of NFT plus art. Are you following me? I'm freestyling all this. There's no script. I'm freestyling all this, but I know that it. Please like and please subscribe. Please signal to the world so we can bring them back this next wave and they can be here forever because they understand and they are no longer confused about what it is we are fucking doing. This is what we are doing. You see, like if you like what Freaks is doing and building and becoming a powerful digital persona, and he goes to create art, which he loves to shoot photography, macro, and he shoots a Black Widow, and he's creative enough to organize it, and he's creative enough to explain the venomous species, the idea of taking venomous shots and milestoning it with his digital journey so that people can collect for the first time ever. One of the first leaders, not influencers, leaders. Not people, leaders. Because I'm explaining it and I'm doing it so the world can catch on to it. And that's how I'm going to become the best in this space. I don't know if you can afford mine, but here's the thing. I'm teaching you that there are other people in this community playing this game. You have to understand something now. Social media, NFT, blockchain the payment and where you're storing it so nobody can take it, intercept it, duplicate it, clone you, trick you out of your spot. So when I die and I leave, nobody can say, that's not a piece from Vangelis. Yes, it is. This is his wallet. Go check the social media records. The data itself will validate the token I have, the first one ever. That's why it's valuable. Now, let me take you to a parallel story. By the way, thank you for joining me. Subscribe to the channel. Follow. Please share. I'm spending my time teaching my mind to you. 18 hours a day for almost 2 years in this space. Hundreds and thousands of dollars later in sales through many people. Not myself. Not the people I came with. Random people. Random people. I wanted to make sure it worked with strangers, y'all. It works with strangers. Now, if everybody understands this, we have a problem. Because then, how do we choose who's next? That's where the fun begins. Now it gets competitive based off of who's disciplined, who's teaching, who's educating, who's spending the time, who's doing it one by one, who's organizing, who has prestige collectors, who doesn't, who's fudding their price, who isn't. The variables to the art part makes the NFT art part exciting for a collector to jump into. This is how you decipher who is who. And life is the ultimate variable nobody can beat. 24 hours a day is the ultimate variable nobody can hack, no matter how good they are. And so whoever knows how to balance 24 hours behind NFT plus art to build the value for other collectors to join, now you have something that can be collected and traded across the whole fucking world. Because you're saying that this piece that I see right here called an NFT is packaged with art power and social media power, and there are hours, there are conversations, there are emotions, there are likes, there are retweets, there are conversations, there are people that have packaged the entire thing under one piece. You can find it. It's on my page all day long. All day long. That piece is gaining history like a fossil at the fucking lake, at the ocean, in the jungle. That's right. That's why you need to build with me. Let's fucking go is right. That's why you need to. Who else is explaining this? They don't want to because they don't know. That's why they're discouraged to be here. Not me. I'm excited to continue. If you know me, my hours have never been cut back. But they're going to be cut back if people don't understand what the fuck we are doing. They're going to be cut back if you don't support me. They're going to be cut back and all your bags are going to die if you don't want to put the leader up front that's going to explain to other people how this shit works. Now I'm going to run a parallel journey with you just in case he talks good. You know, they love to say that shit. Oh, he talks good. You can't talk good if you don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. Let's run a parallel journey. Just in case he talks good. Give me a second. Gotta get these fluids. I got a fucking water monster. I got all kinds of stuff. Give me a second. Listen. The comics that you collect from Stan Lee and other comic creators, they have a journey they run. They can't tell you mask off Spider-Man 16 times. They have to create a story of a series in comics so that collectors can follow the comic journey through editions and series so that people who are grading the comics trajectory understand what the fuck they have. Okay? What's funny? I just need to know. Because I'm dead serious. Football cards, same thing. They have a team, they have players, They're playing plays. There's owners owning the team, spending money. Fans are buying into the game. The football players are creating highlights. The journey is being traded through those stills. Which means that if one football player gave you a game-winning jersey on a card and you traded it, he couldn't then come and give you 12 more back-to-back. The collectors are following the football player's journey based off of the company that's keeping track of their trajectory. See, you understand that because you're watching the game happen in real life. I better not try to read and talk at the same time. I try to read Lane and I'm trying to talk at the same time, and I'm like, okay, this isn't going to work. So I'll talk to you after, Lane. It is funny. But basketball players, the same thing. They're playing the game. They're taking these shots. The company's not going to take and print 4 3-pointers from LeBron, 16 dunks back. They're going to play a trajectory of creating a valuable journey for collectors who observe LeBron James. What I'm trying to tell you is this collecting and trading thing that I'm introducing is not new. You understand it, though, because there's a league, there are players, you understand the game, somebody showed you, and you're like, okay, those are trading cards. Okay, those are comics. Oh, okay, those are movies. Oh, okay, those are stamps. Okay, those are coins. Okay, those are cars. But there's a trajectory. If there was 3 million cars, how could the car ever become something that classic owners would go after? But instead, the car only has 140 versions, so it becomes a craze amongst car collectors. People are taking the journey and the power of distribution for years, and they play a competitive trajectory. Beanie Babies, McDonald's Monopoly, all of these things that you've ever tried to collect or maintain, the distributor would completely fuck themselves if they just said it was Beanie Babies. It's just coins. It's just cars, V. Chill. It's just art. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's why we are where we are right now. Because of them. No, it's not. It becomes that after the person has solidified themselves as a NFT art player. Then it's all about their art. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are doing is capturing our versions of replays. Except the distributor, the artist, is in control. And so they know the sequential order and the drawing style they are trading for the amount posted to you as a collector has a very valuable trajectory and journey behind it that matters. That's where the fun begins. They can issue it, they can gift it, they can gamify it, they can cut their own legs, they can overmint. You can join a program and they can disappear. You are collecting an independence journey that can come from anywhere, and the league they are playing in is called the NFT community. And the way they get validated is through the players in the community and leaders like me. And once we validate it on social media, the record and the data is there. And then you go to the blockchain, and then you're able to take the blockchain, the social data, and prove to anybody in the world that this is the actual token from this digital persona. And you've never seen it. So don't start telling me you've never seen it. You are experiencing it right now for the first time in history. Don't tell me about art. Don't tell me about museums. Don't tell me about Van Gogh. They don't have shit to do with what the fuck I'm telling you right now. Nobody does. Not Kurt Cobain, not Tupac Shakur, not fucking Elvis. None of these people that you've listened to or have experienced in your life know anything about what the fuck I'm telling you about. So stop with the old fucking historical comparisons. It's ridiculous. I've been to museums. I hate it. I've seen art on the wall. It doesn't do shit for me. collecting files on a PC or through devices and trading them electronically with people in the community and people that I respect and admire because their other digital personas is so fucking exciting. It's unreal. And I hate to sound like a fucking NFT geek, but it's not that in the museum, bro. It ain't that sipping wine in NYC Gallery. These are people that are degenerates. They're rebels of society. They're misfits. They're figuring out that they can create these digital trajectories in the comfort of their home, in the comfort of camping or glamping or fucking being wherever, remote, off-grid. They don't need societies to survive. And the people collecting those tokens are the people who work in society. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Are you following me? Should I go on TED Talk and do my TED Talk, the first real one? And if you want to know who's first and you want to say, damn, V, that's exciting, you can go to my page. And when I highlight these people and I fucking tell you about them, I'm screaming for you to join so that I can use you as an example to push to the next man. Listen, we need believers. This is like a fucking telethon. I need you to show up and collect somebody. If you don't believe what I'm saying, it'll never work. It'll never fucking work. But if you believe what I'm saying, and if everybody in my chat plays correctly with each other, regardless if we're friends, that's why I said, Lane's my friend, but who's fucking laughing? Because you're my boy. But then you said monster, but it's like, I'm serious. I'm serious with your work, bro. Like this is, I'm a joke. I joke around. I'm a joke. That wasn't good. I joke around, but Lane can't live here if you don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. And he's busting his ass to do what I'm telling you. And so this is real talk for me to fucking butt in here at 10 o'clock, post it everywhere, tell you to share it everywhere, 50 minutes live here. And I'm going to edit this, and I'm going to share it, I'm going to replay it over and over and over again. Every single time you hear me, I'm going to be teaching and preaching this power. And if you take a little bit of your coins, I tell everybody, anybody listening, you have 1F, 2F, 3F, 4F, 5F. Listen, I tell everybody, you need 5 Gs to come experience this life with me correctly. You can come bring lower, but I'm saying you bring 5 Gs and I'm going to show you a time of your life. Because the thing is we're not going to know who LeBron is right away. We're not always we got to make a couple little different bets and bids, and we got to give a little people hope, and we got to play support. But I'm telling you right now, I know how to play the game correctly for you to always come back and get more. I know you are, Lane. That's why I plugged you. Lane Digital Art, by the way, super rare. Look him up. Look him up. Look him up. You know why it's easy for me to plug him? Because I know he's going to lead you back to me anyways. Look him up. Can you afford him? Maybe, maybe not. If you can't, don't panic. There are people below him. How are those people below him? What, is he better? No. He has more understanding, more knowledge. He has more sales. He has more mints. He's not better. We don't play better. Everybody's great. It's opportunity at stake and achievements captured. It's not that Freaks is better than you. Freaks has built a network that's bigger than yours. The piece becomes more valuable, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter if you take better pictures than me as a photographer. That's great. Hopefully you can educate people on what you've came to do in your history as a photographer to close the sale. It's based off of your network strength, which comes off of activity behind social media. And yeah, it is time, but I hate to say time because some people have found shortcuts and met the right people and they've been able to shortcut the time. But yes, time has a lot to do with it, but there are people who meet 1, 2, 3, rub somebody the right way, somebody captures them here, and boom, they're up there. And it confuses the shit out of people. They say, how did he get up there so well? I've been doing this for 50 years. But you're not playing community. You're playing 50 years of art power. Congratulations. Could you imagine what would happen if you started playing community with 50 years of art power? Oh, well, V, I've played community for 2 years. Well, yeah, so have I, but you have no art. Oh, but now you have art. You're taking macro photography pictures and you're able to organize. Exactly. People get confused when we say NFT. People get confused when we say art. People get confused when we say community. That's why they don't understand it. So let me explain it again. The NFT side is everything you do digitally with the blockchain and the technology. If it is asking you to do things on devices and it is asking you to connect things and validate things and type here and do there, you aren't dealing with art. You are dealing with the technology. That's NFT. NFT is a non-fungible token, but it is strictly, for me, tech-based. Web3, metaverse, games, AI, AR, VR, NFT side. Tech. Art? What's art? Any expression of self, poetry, spoken word, audio, video, GIF, an image. Any file that you can store in that is game. You teach us. You teach us. Art is anything you can express through a file right now via audio, MP4, GIF, or image. Anything you can store under that is considered art. Community? Community is all the other players that have to validate your art and your NFT side. The community is a series of players. They are contributors. They are observers. They are collectors. They are artists. They are eager people who follow this space. The community are players who, once they validate your data socially, your blockchain data becomes that. Like Collins Doodles is here. His account, through technology of Twitter or wherever he does his thing, people understand that's username Collins Doodles. Anything that comes from here and the way he speaks and the certain actions he does, this is going to be Collins Doodles. And he makes art, and it's great art. It's fantastic art. It's amazing art. And so when he brings that art to the NFT side, they're like, this is Collins Doodles, and this is his art. And so they look at those data pieces, and they see a link, and they validate, oh, this is on one of those marketplaces, so it's on the blockchain. And so they're looking at blockchain activity, NFT, and art. And when they acknowledge that, they've just played community. This is what we're doing. The more and more people that do this and understand this and only trade this and only collect this and only speak about this, the more you will win, Cake One. The more you will win, Collins Doodle. The more you will win, Lane. The more you will win. I'm trying to not say your dog's name because you said you got doxed when you got in here. I forgot. Damn, Daniel. Whoever you are. I mean, they'll figure it out, right? That's what we're doing, man. It's so fucking exciting. It's new. Nobody's grabbing a hold of it really, like, correctly. Nobody's organizing it. Everybody wants to make fucking money and go out and do this. And I'm like, look, man, you're going to come out here in the bear when things are down doing a bunch of crazy shit to be seen. And when the bulls rise, you're going to try to raise the price and they're going to fucking laugh at you. They're going to laugh. Because they're going to say, man, this isn't 5.0. This is 0.0005. Remember? I have 3 of them. And now because they saw that, they're going to make it 0.001. I have NFTs that I'm ready to punt across the fucking moon. I wouldn't care if they came up to be $1 billion next year. You know why? Because the way they ran their journey is so fucking hideous. I want nothing to do with it. Is that sad? Too bad. This is where I work. Did I tell you his name or her name? No. That could be my friend. I'm not here to crush dreams. I'm here to enable dreams. I'm here to bring people with their hardworking money so they can store it in hardworking NFT artists. Yeah, you know, like when the community says don't say NFT artists, and then I look back at them and say, I'll do what the fuck I want. NFT artists, something you've never seen. Again, the bridge of confusion. They keep saying these words, and then they keep saying, why do we not have sales? Because you keep saying shit that we've heard since the museum days. Yes, there are artists here. But no, you've never seen them do NFT. So they are NFT artists for me. And I like saying that because other people don't. So when I start winning, you understand that I'm my own. I don't copy people. I don't clone people. Actually, I like to go against the grain and make it work. Because then I know that if we achieve victory, we've achieved it. By combining our minds. Not because we did what everybody else did. We found a new way. And we can be comfortable in knowing that we can count on that way because it'll be a long time for anybody else to exploit that way. If you're just number 300,466, you better get ready for number 67. That's all I'm trying to tell you. You ain't doing shit different. What makes you so special? So then when you wild out at the job, they're ready to cut your ass immediately. You have no special skills. Not me. Every single time they say, can I talk to you real quick? Hey, could you? No. This is how I act. You see what I'm saying? Know your worth. Know your value. Individuality is the most important thing. Don't let nobody persuade you. The second somebody starts persuading me into doing what others do, I get belligerent. I get crazy. I'll put the shit down and I'll stop. I don't get excited at doing what anybody else does. Oh, come on, V. You're not a team player. Doesn't matter. Keeps me on my feet. Keeps my family on their toes. But we've been winning ever since. We just keep going with the times. I'm bringing this in for a close. I really appreciate you joining me. I think I went for a while explaining what it is we do. This happens all the time at NFT Freaks. Twitter.com/NFT Freaks. I hate to say only follow me, but for right now, you need to only follow me. Okay? I don't know about anybody else. I don't know what the fuck they came to do. I don't care what they came to do. I'm not in charge of it. I'm not an asshole. I'm not a dickhead. I'll play with anybody in the world, but I'm not going to agree and chew my food and say it's all about art. That shit drives me crazy. If it's all about art, then shit, so is Instagram, so is Behance, so is ArtStation, so is all this shit. So how do we ever decipher who gets what? I don't go to the fucking gas station to play lottery every day. I like to every now and then when the pot's big, but I don't go there every day to play scratch-offs. That shit's annoying. So why would I come here and say it's all about art? Find the formula so that collectors can understand. So I can bring people who work hard 9 to 5. They can place their bets behind real individuals and they can understand that the value we're building will be traded because what you're really listening to is one of the LeBron Jameses of the NFT community. That's right. At Net Genius, I'm selling my NFTs. What are they doing? They're packaged with my network strength. Where is that at? Right here at NFT Freaks. You are watching me build. And so anything I'm asking of you, I'm not ready to do myself. You understand me? And that's what should keep you bullish. And you can only find this through one-of-one artists. Because other than that, the projects are controlled by teams. Well, it's another reason why I work at Sly Guys. Because it's 4 people that are one-of-one lovers from the art community. I don't bring anybody else in. I can't afford it. What we're after is so fragile right now because we're so early. I need people to signal correctly. Foley, you are one of those people who need to be signaled correctly to win. They will never, ever appreciate your fire ass art if they cannot understand the legacy you're building digitally behind it. So when I say your name on my fucking stream as introducing people to NFT freaks, and I say, hey, yo, Foley, you are one of those people. Don't you think that that matters? Don't you think that there has to be some truth to that? Don't you think that if I'm so aggressive and if I'm so passionate that I would never scream out somebody's name and sound like a fucking complete idiot when I'm sitting here trying to explain to people listening that I've linked myself, plus that you can replay and this artist is sitting here? That's real community. Because it's not about drowning or keeping people hidden or you need to focus. It's about signaling what will win first. Because if Foley can win based off of what he came to do, so can you. So can you. Because he's going to set the standard. And if you stay behind me, then all this talk becomes true. And so that's why you have to follow me and I have to support you. And that is the official guarantee. There is no good mornings. There is no that I can throw at you. There's no pump. There's nothing I can tell you, Foley, and everybody in here that's my friend and people listening besides the people that I'm going to tell you about. Lane, Foley, Freaks. There's more, but I'm not saying them because I want you to start there. But there's more. And there will be more. But you have to come check on us. You have to come find some of those people. You have to. And the others, it's a hierarchy thing. When you start to gain the variables that nobody is in control of rewarding, and I'm slowing down because I want to be fucking dead serious about allowing everybody to win. This is a win-all opportunity for new collectors, new artists, new listeners, old listeners. This is a fair opportunity, y'all. The variables that build the strength of social media on the NFT side, nobody is in control of rewarding. That's why it is so exciting to log in and converse, engage, retweet, add opinion, because you can get struck up by somebody simply by just living in Iran because of what's going on in Iran. But if you don't voice your opinion or your concerns and let us know your geographic location, we can't support you for that. That's not taking advantage of where you live that drama. You live that tragedy. You're allowed to live off that tragedy. The other people who live in the peace of their home, they can't. They have to find whatever's around their peace. When you're on social media and you're experiencing this, you are allowed to share it as your own part of your story because it's what you are supposed to spin into for the variables to capture your opportunity. Listen, I'm in this place and I got to get out and I am a woman and this is my art and this is what it stands for. So if you like this, you ought to skip this other lady who can't explain this, who can't package the value, and that's how you keep it fair. And if you have that availability and you have the chance to do that, you ought to go do that. Because once you do that, another person's dream opens. You are allowed to discuss, leverage, use your experiences in life. That is what's supposed to create and package the start of that journey. This is how we keep it fair, ladies and gentlemen. Because again, if my friend here, LaPro, which is a great photographer, is running a great program that's super tight knit, and all of a sudden he tells me, hey, yo, V, it looks like my pictures got picked up by something, and they're going to be published tomorrow at this huge event, your opportunity isn't as great as his tomorrow. Not today. And so if I have a little bit of coins that I'm keeping, made that little word up, right? Because I'm a leader, right? Then I'm probably going to spend that with today's opportunity so that tomorrow I can win to come back and get your opportunity. This is how you keep it fair, Lane. This is how you keep it fair, Cake. This is how you keep it fair, LaPro. Anybody can have that. Anybody can have that, Sam Blade in the house. Hey, look, I appreciate it. Cut in. Went quickly. replay, save, digest, dissect, apply. Learn, learn, digest, dissect it, and apply it. Learn what I'm saying, research what I'm saying, learn what I'm saying, digest it, absorb it, understand it, run it back, learn, digest. Then when you digest it, dissect it. Dissect it. What can I do different? What is this? Well, did this work? Did that work? Oh, well, he said this. Well, I know. Well, there's 15 people doing it that. Well, he said like that. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to copy. Dissect it. All right, this looks good. This looks good. Let me apply it. This looks good, mind of a creative. Let me apply it. Let me burn all my works. Let me go back and mint one by one. And let me apply it. Hey, you're welcome. Hey, thanks for joining me. Thanks for supporting, organize, teach, educate. And if you like what you hear, I've always wanted to say that. And if you like what you hear, there's my Ruby. Hey, one second. I run this network and we sell these keys. What's crazy is when I distributed these keys, they have levels. They have levels based off of hierarchy. And my goal was to teach and train people in different hierarchies to bring them up faster. Thank you to that new subscriber. Well, one of those ruby key holders is the Art of Man. He makes these demon-like, very angry, dangerous-like scribbles. But they're so crazy because in some sort of way, you've experienced this, but you've never been able to see it on paper. And it's scary to me, but it's so real because they're your emotions that you experience. What's crazy is that when I distributed these keys, I'm supposed to bring these people up to speed to this sort of hierarchy. This guy's a Ruby key holder, but he's also a Ruby artist, which means that he's creating works in a program that you should already be fucking paying attention to. I mean, this guy's value is already, you're not going to be the first person to join him. You're not even going to be the 50th person to join him. You're not even going to be the 80th or 100th person to join him. I think, if I'm not mistaken, over 200. And so when this username builds the max opportunity to gamify those collectors, to bring them down, to find out who the top 25 and 50 are and consolidate that value, throwing the rest of it down, rewarding them and bringing the firest collectors, the most loyal, to the top and saying, you know what, I'm going to go from 200 to 25, but these 25 are stone cold killers. They love what I do. And then we're going to turn the faucet on for number 26. That is how you will become a legend in this space. Hey, listen, man, I'm telling you, I do this shit all day. I don't need to trick you. I do it all day. I do it so long that the part where I said learn, digest, and dissect, well, I already passed all those stages. Now, I'm just fucking applying. Hey, look, I'm out. If you like what you hear, be sure to subscribe. The more subscriptions, the more likes, the more comments, the more shares, the more I'm going to stop my fucking busy day. I'm so fucking busy, but this is so important. I will set up all my tools. It is hard for me to set up all my stream software, this, that, jump out the workflow. It's so hard that it starts to become like maybe it's not important. And it is the most fucking important thing we need right now in our fucking community for one of one artists. I'm not depressed. We're not going down. I'm not saying we're dying. I'm not saying any of that. But the confusion bridge to the understanding land, which means you are in the water, you don't know anything, you're confused, and I'm building a bridge for you to understand. I'm bringing you from the water to the land. Here, come stand right here. This is cool. It won't shake. It won't move. You're off the boat. The metaverse is a state of mind. Once you tell yourself I'm entering the metaverse, you're accepting the tools. You're accepting crypto. You're accepting what I'm telling you. You're accepting. Your mind is moving from www.com, and your hands and your mind is going to this world where this new stuff exists. It's a mind state. It's not a game. It's not Facebook. It's not VR. It's not 3D in the world. It's a mind state. When you say I'm in the metaverse, you're saying I'm down to play with MetaMask. I'm down to play with ETH. I'm down to play with crypto. I'm down to learn about NFT. I'm down to experience Web3 applications. It's a mind state. You know, Like when I say I smoke weed, it's a mind state. I'm down to go get the papers. I'm down to go get the dabs. I'm down to go. It's a mind state. Once you release into the mind state, you've entered the metaverse. Nobody owns it, Paul. Welcome. Another top tier artist. Too late. I've already grabbed, and so have many others. But if you're up there and you're living life, you know, like if my bro's listening with the Lambos, well, your cost of living's a little different. So you would have to go collect people like Paul right now, because that's where his cost is at. It's at a tier of lifestyle which would take care of you. When you match up to the artists that match up your lifestyle, then you figure out how your collection starts to grow as a collector. Layer 1 are people who are just entering. Layer 4 are people who are tired of losing big amounts. Our job is to validate layer 1 to layer 2, layer 2 to layer 3, and layer 3 to layer 4. And the job of the layer 4 artist is to restart the engine back to layer 1. While you collab with people trying to get out of layer 3 to layer 4. See, the life for an artist after they reach the moon, which is absurd amounts, could be 1 or 2 drops a year, but the collaborations and the support never really stop. And so if Paul ever reaches 1420th, you can't expect to mint pieces to sell for 1420th. They're going to take 2 years, being as early as we are. But the idea is your value has been established so well that dropping down to collaborate with people who need the jump up will always keep you fed. That's your job. You are now a leader. Listen, again, it's not because I talk good. You need to learn it. You need to digest it. And you need to pick it apart. And if it makes sense, friends, what you've already done and bought the key, Aberdeep, Shroom Step, these people that I'm talking about, Kaisers who just subscribed. You're going to fucking cheat yourself if you do not follow me. I am the one who's going to reprogram you to win. The dangerous part about this community is every single person will mint and create art. But if you go and go and go without no fucking plan, man, oh my goodness, it can get so expensive. I've seen somebody buy almost $30,000 of artworks back because collectors were ready to dump because they did some shit that was crazy. You don't want to buy $30,000 worth of your work back to exist. Imagine publishing 12 pieces. They're gone. They're not seeing. Then the last 4 you sold were for some absurd deals or whatever. They come back. They see it. They band together and they say, look, man, we're dumping this because you did this. And they say, what? And they say, you better go get your 4 pieces. And they got the floor up there, 30,000. You got 2 choices. Tell your old collectors who spent all the value on you to go fuck themselves, which is going to make you done. Or you're going to buy your fucking art back for $30,000, Paul. And I'm telling you right now, you don't want to spend $30,000 fucking up. Pay attention. Learn. Understand what you are doing. Make it make sense. Hey, bro, I'm not going. Why? Because this shit doesn't make sense. You're telling me we're going to make it to Greece and we're going to walk, but there's a huge ocean. This doesn't make... I can't go. Is there a boat involved? A plane involved? No, V, we're going to walk. I can't roll. And you talk very well, but this shit doesn't make no sense. You get what I'm saying? Hey, V, we're going to make it there. Why? Because I got a private jet. Why? Because it just flew here. Check out these deals. Okay. Sounds like you got a plan. But hey, listen, I'm afraid to fly. That's all right. I got a fucking tranquilizer for you. Oh, shit, you got a real plan. Now I'm asleep. I'm just joking. Hey, look, I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate you tuning in. Share this one. Replay this one. This is important. Support this channel so I can build more, so I can show more, There's a time here that I want to create a top 10. I want to create new artists to look for. I want to create programs I can fucking review. I can't do that if I don't get support, man. This stuff cost me a lot of